Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Inside of today's video, it is sneak peek day number 2 for the second brawler. So we've got Starr Nova here, the brand new mythic assassin, and should be released in the following month. In about a month's time, it could change in terms of it, but it's normally towards the end of the month, so the end of May. Anyway, Starr Nova is a brawler that can transform into kind of like a similar BB type of brawler, but can also heal when dealing damage. So we'll go into that. Here's the basic stats. So very fast movement speed. This is going to be really crucial for an assassin. She's going to be able to create a lot of space. 7,400 health. So exactly the same as an Edgar. So on the highest scale, I'll say anything around 8,000 is actually pretty, not tanky, but pretty decent. Her main attack doesn't deal a lot of damage, but it's when she gets into her super form where she can deal a lot of damage. So she's got no traits, but let's just jump into it. So in terms of her main attack projectile, so actually, yeah, like I said, her health, again, same as Edgar. Her main attack projectile actually is, I mean, you got to think, Stu has much longer range. So if you're thinking of like an assassin like that, much longer. Kaze's ninja form is a little bit longer than this, but it's still some decent range, and especially because with Starr Nova, her main attack projectile, you can see at first it looks really like that is crazy, but that's like a Gale shot when you think about it, or a Gale super. But with the main attack, you can see how it fires off. So firstly, you got to know that the projectile, the right projectile fires off first, and you can actually miss one of the projectiles, so this actually isn't a good use case for it. But you can see right here again, like only one of them, if I can. There we go. Just like one of them on the left hits. So you've got to make sure you're accurate. So just a quick tip, just when Starr Nova comes out, is that you want to move towards the right, I believe. You don't really want to move like left, because the left projectile fires off first. So yeah, do bear that in mind. Anyways, so she does a decent amount of damage. Let's talk about her super charge rate then. So if you use her super right now, let that expire. Her super lasts for 7 seconds. So it's not the longest duration in the world, but it still is quite substantial. So her super charge rate is 10 hits. So that will require 5 full ammo, which is still a decent amount. Her reload is fast, but it's not very, very fast. So she can definitely get punished. So talking about her super then. Her super, you can move it around to see how long you dash. But her super will transform her into, again, like a BB or like a Kenji with dash. So you can dash through a person and deal 600 damage. And then for 7 seconds, you turn into like a BB. That's essentially a BB swing, basically. It's like a Kenji swing, but for only 7 seconds. But as you saw, you can regain your super again. So let's just say you hit 3, 4, 5, 6 attacks. I mean, that is pretty difficult. Then you can regain your super again. So you can chain your super quite frequently by doing this. So yeah, it seems pretty good. So next up, moving on to her, well, some of her, it's not a trait, but it's different to how she is in her normal form. So in her normal form, well, with a star power, you can get some healing, but we'll go into that in a little bit. But in her super form, you can actually get some healing from it. So you can see from the damage dealt, you heal 30%. So with the star power, you can actually heal up a lot more, and it'll ramp up again. I'll go into that in a little bit. But just gaining healing through dealing damage is a really strong aspect, especially with any type of assassin. Again, think of Kenji, for example. Kenji has stayed relevant in the meta for a long time, literally because of this ability. So do bear that in mind. And you also get a 25% movement speed boost whilst you activate this form. So not only is she a very fast brawler, but she gets a 25% speed boost already with this super. So she's going to be flying across the map in this form. So yeah, I anticipate her being pretty fun and pretty strong. Now moving on to gadget number 1 called Floaty Time. It has a 20-second cooldown, and you can throw out an anti-gravity turret, which actually has some really decent range to it. So we can throw it out here. It only affects you and your teammates, but it will fly you in the air up for as long as like the turret is destroyed. So you can see it's slowly decaying 300 health at a time. So it should be around 10 seconds, which to begin with seems really fun, right? Like you could probably troll your teammates by doing this, but I'm trying to find, like, there definitely is going to be some good use case. I don't know, for example, if a Tara or somebody is coming close to you with super, you go, oh, hey, I can just fly up in the air. Or if you have a lot of gems and gem grab and the countdown is going to think of a Janet super, well, you're in the air, they can't deal any damage to you. I'm trying to think of a few of instances. Again, bounty at the end of a bounty game, you're looking to escape. Any type of way you're looking to escape, then you can escape using this gadget. I'm just trying to think of like any ways you can use it like aggressively. Again, mostly it's going to be just for survival and escaping and just trying to annoy the enemy team is my guess. Again, maybe if you're looking to heal, you can go up onto this and start healing. So yeah, it's not, I mean, it looks kind of crazy to begin with, but I don't think it's as broken as people think. I don't know, it could be because you're making yourself invulnerable and you get a free heal when you think about it, and then you can land and then straight away you can go into super form and destroy it. So I'll let you guys give your judgment on it. It has potential to be pretty strong. So now moving on to gadget number 2. So the gadget number 2 has quite a few use cases as well, and it's a 20-second cooldown. So with this gadget, you can, so people who are caught inside this orb, they will heal for 1,600. The damage dealt will be 1,600 as well. So this reminds me of like abilities in Overwatch. And you can actually teleport before it hits somebody. So you can use this. Again, this is a lot of versatility for a gadget when you think about it. Like, it damages, it heals. I mean, it's not a substantial amount, but it still does these things. And you can teleport. Is that too strong? Is that too much versatility? We'll have to wait and find out. So again, you can see here, I can actually teleport before the duration ends. Again, it's a really... You can use it offensively, you can use it defensively. This has potential to be very strong. Her 2 gadgets on the face of it are really, really good. Now moving over to the star power. Star power number 1 is power level maximum. So with this star power, when you go into your other form, you will, every single attack, it will go up by 5%. And it can go up to a total additional damage boost of 30%. So you can see, to begin with, it's 2,000, 2,100, 2,200, all the way up to 2,600. And I can imagine the more enemies you hit, let's just test this out. Yeah, so if you hit multiple enemies within this, so let's just say, again, if there's most people crowding up and you hit, 3 people, then, well, that's 4 people, then your next attack is going to be 2,300. And then again, like, this could have potential to have some really dangerous team wipes with this star power. Yeah, it's really good. I'm moving over to star power number 2. It's called a mystical star technique, and you can't actually see this in dev build, but again, I'll give you guys some gameplay just shortly after this to showcase it. But essentially, when you're dealing damage with your main attack, you'll be healing your teammates for 324. So that's actually quite a lot. And just literally through you dealing damage, you're healing your teammates. That is crazy, like crazy value. Both of these star powers are actually really powerful. Quickly going over her best build. Honestly, I can't predict it. Both gadgets are going to be very strong. Both have a 20-second cooldown. That's when you know that Supercell thinks these abilities will be very strong. Normally they just slap a 15-second cooldown, 12-second cooldown and just call it a day, but 20 seconds, yeah, both of these seem very powerful and very unique and very fun. So yeah, definitely like her gadgets. In terms of star powers as well, both of them definitely will be usable. You think of this one, additional damage, especially when people are clumping up, will be very strong. The healing could be very strong as well. Seeing as she says an assassin, it'll be something like this. But again, make sure you guys are subscribed and checking it out. When she releases, I'll be pushing her to Prestige 2 in a month's time, and I'll definitely be able to figure out the best build by then. Now, let's briefly talk about how strong I think Starr Nova is going to be inside of the game. Most of the time, they are pretty good. I've got a Grandma on my team. Of course I have. But with Starr Nova, I realized there are like 2 different forms you can kind of go with her. Like, there's a good healing build here with this gadget and the main attack when you think about it. Okay, why did I teleport onto... Okay, that's not what you want to do, is teleport onto a Griff or a Jackie or something like that. But you've got to realize, with her main attack, she can heal a substantial... I mean, it's not anything crazy. We think with 1 ammo, it's 600 healing. It's not the craziest amount, but it's still extra healing just for your team, which is really, really good. So I'm going to try and stay in this main attack form here to try and showcase it. Again, this gadget as well would have been better with like some tanks, but I wanted to showcase it on Hot Zone in particular because I feel like that is probably its best use case. So again here, like, you're sacrificing, if you're using the heal star power, you're sacrificing a lot of main attack damage is what I've realized after testing her out a little bit. So again, a main attack is pretty easy to hit, but it's not anything crazy in terms of damage, but it's really easy to hit and really hard to avoid. So let's dash in on the Piper here. Any brawler that is below 6k health, I think it's going to be a nightmare for a brawler like Starr Nova. So again, I wanted to use that orb to heal up my teammates. That is a little bit unfortunate. Okay, of course, the bot Piper is just absolutely clapping me. So, yeah, I don't know. There definitely are going to be some weaknesses with her. Like, I think she does have an apparent, definitely a lack of damage. Like, other brawlers will be able to beat her in a 1 versus 1 quite substantially. But I think what makes up for it is just her versatility. Now I'm going to test out her other build, and I wanted to test this out especially on Hot Zone because this gadget could actually have some really good cheese use cases, especially if you throw this over the wall. So let's just throw this over the wall now, again in a safe spot, and that's going to lift me and my teammates. So we are actually capturing the zone by doing this. Are we? Okay, no, you're not capturing the zone whilst in the air. That's good to know. That'd be very cheesy. Imagine if you just spam this gadget behind the wall. So again, switched over to the damage star power. After testing it out, I thought the healing might be good, but maybe in a specific comp it might be better. But I really believe this extra damage that you get with this star power is just absolutely necessary to just rip through people very fast. So yeah, there is that. Again, let's use this gadget. So it could actually hurt you. Like, look, if I use this gadget here, me and my team are not capturing the zone. Yes, we're invulnerable, but we're not capturing the zone. That is, of course, the objective of Hot Zone. So yeah, I'm liking it. I'm pleasantly surprised by just how easy her damage is, and this little dash forward is really helpful. Again, the extra damage boost is very, very good. If his surge is jumping in, I could just be like, well, I can avoid that damage. That is great. So again, let's change over to this mode. Wow, the unload speed of her attack is one thing that is making her crazy. It's like Buzz Lightyear. Like, she has no delay in between her swings. She can just fly through and deal an incredible amount of damage. Like, look at this. I'm just ripping through the surge, ripping through all of these brawlers. Let's move on to one last game then and give you guys my final thoughts. So as the video's kind of gone on and as my camera has moved over, I've realized just the potential of Starr Nova. So again, like, look at this gadget. I could just use it, especially against like a thrower or a brawler I might lack range against. And especially if I have my super in that moment, I can unleash an insane amount of damage. So a big downside to her is that she takes 10 hits to gain that super, and she has pretty limited range. But I think this gadget and other gadgets really help with her lack of range, and that is why I don't think she'll be a weak brawler. So again, close to super here, so it's, I mean, I can use that to avoid a few attacks as well. Bro, these bosses are so annoying with 0 attack delay. Okay, Brock's gonna get a double kill. I just want to use my gadget and super in combination, so let's try that out here with all of the gems. So let's use this here again. Like, as soon as I land, I'm gonna pop my super and try and just deal an insane amount of damage. Like, look at that Ruffs, he's just dead instantly. That's crazy. The cars, like, wow, her damage potential is absolutely insane, and especially because she gains healing when she deals damage in this form as well. I mean, maybe I could use Gadget to get away as well. Oh yeah, okay, this brawler is going to be very strong. I mean, ST absolute guarantee in my opinion. She just has too many good abilities, too many ways to build up her super, to get away, to escape, to deal damage. She's got extra movement. She's got like healing. I feel like sometimes they make these brawlers have too many abilities, especially like a lot of the assassins, like the previous assassins, could just get left in the dark when you think about it. So let's use my super to avoid a bit of damage. I mean, we need to kill somebody here. Yeah, we're going to lose to bots again. Of course we are. Okay, no, Brock got a kill. Brock, go on, Brock, pop off. I don't know why I'm so invested in this game now. But yeah, the problem is, once I don't have my gadget, again, I do like this range, and that could be a little bit of a weakness here. But if, okay, I think it's just going to unload it in a crazy amount of damage onto me. All right, yeah, that's going to be it for today's video, guys. I've lost twice against bots. But trust me, the power of Starr Nova shouldn't be underestimated at all. I think, again, the biggest weakness to her is her supercharge rate and her lack of range, but she makes up with it through this gadget here. I mean, both gadgets, because you can teleport with this one, and this one you can use to avoid a lot of attacks, jump over walls, jump onto a squishy opponent, you know, avoid dangerous supers, etc. And then both star powers are good if you want to be more of a supportive brawler. And, you know, as time goes on, maybe her main attack is a little bit better than people are realizing. You know, she's going to get a lot of value probably out of his star power. If you spend a lot more time in your main attack form, like your normal form, then his star power might be better. But I just get the feeling that yeah, floaty time and this one will be better overall. So I'm excited to test her out. Definitely I think to begin with, after watching Brawl Talk, I felt like she might have been not uninspired, but I thought, okay, this is just like Buzz Lightyear, BB, I don't know, maybe not that fun. But after trying her out, I think there's so many more cool abilities about her, especially with her build overall. So excited for her to get released. And yeah, make sure you guys subscribe for all future sneak peek content. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.